Today on Fun with Monu-Cad, we're going to look at the thumbnail and database options. So if you have those options, they're very handy. You can search for anything, look for things. What we're going to do here is we're going to do a component place, and we can see our MCC folder here and all of our different breakouts, animals and sports, religions, different things that have all of our standard drawings. We can click down here, say on flowers, and we can flip through and look through all of our different standard designs. I have broken my flowers, my other main folders down into smaller groups so that they load a lot faster. By default, Monu-Cad puts all of the flowers in the flowers folder, and you end up with about 6,000. And it takes a long time to go through and check all those files. I find by having smaller subgroups here that I can flip through them much quicker. And the way to do that is just to come down here to flowers, make a new folder, and then drag, say, everything from standard 11, find where those end here, and you can grab a group and you can drag them over to the folder that you want. So that's how I created the subfolders. But what we're really interested in is the thumbnails in the database. This is the thumbnails, and you can flip through here and you can look and search for, what you want. This is very tedious trying to find a particular thing. If you want a specific rose, if you want dogwoods, you want praying hands, you want a cross. This is just a very tedious way of looking for it. With the database option, we get this find feature down here. We typically do not use the general, the type, the design. We do use the width and the height. You can search for file name if you know you want STD 6M for miscellaneous 123. You can search for that. But the keywords here is the really big deal. And in here, we can search for whatever we want. We can search for cowboy and pull up anything that's already been databased with the word cowboy. We can search for hat, and we get different hats. Here we've got 161. When you have a component like this on the screen, and you can do this from any of the screens here, you can right click on it and you see the file name, you see the file size. None of this makes a whole lot of difference. Again, we don't use this general, this type, or this design. The width, Monu-Cad program calculates for us, but as we can see, this one does not have a keyword. So it may be because whoever picked it up didn't know what it was. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of flower. But what we can do is we can right click on it and we can give it a name if we knew what kind of flower that was. In this case, I don't. I'm just going to put flower. So at least it has some kind of name. Monu-Cad's database is pretty good. It has a lot of stuff already labeled for you. There's Eeyore. Here is a soccer, dodgeball, kickball. We could add the word boy in here. That way if we search for the word boy, we can find it. This looks like Lion King. If that's Simba, we can also put Simba in here. Like I said, the database is very good. It has a lot of information in it, but it's not complete in the sense that what you might call something versus what I might call something. This may be little girl. It may be flower. Maybe, I don't know if that's a bug or what that is, but it also looks like a precious moments design. So it just says precious moment on here. This is a PlayStation controller. These are probably marked as silhouettes. Boy, outline. You could put silhouette there. So you can add to this as much as you want or take away from it by removing information. We put a particular mark on there so that we know if it's a fill design. We can find just our fill designs. As long as we're up here in this MCC folder, we can search for just about anything. We can put in here, like I said, cowboy, and we can search. And that pulls up all the cowboys. But if we're looking for a cowboy hat, we can search for the word hat, and we can find anything with the word cowboy and the word hat. Match any keyword. And we can query that, and now we have 277 where we only had 180 cowboys. But we know we don't want nurses' hats. So let's do cowboy hat and match all keywords. So this is going to pull up anything that has the word cowboy and the word hat together. And we can search that, and we get a lot less, 64. That gives us a much easier group of things to look through and find what we're looking for. And again, if you find something like this, looks like it has feathers on it, it has cowboy, hat, and feather. You can add to it, subtract it, whatever you want to do. So I hope that's helpful. If you have other questions about how to use the database or how to catalog things, or about making more folders to separate stuff, you can. The separation isn't really necessary unless you're clicking through and trying to look through stuff quickly, which I do because I'm trying to fill a lot of different things. So hope that's helpful.